Have you ever felt the subtle chill in a room when someone else's achievement inadvertently overshadows their boss? Or perhaps you've been the one who shone a little too brightly and paid the price? Welcome back to the Mastery Effect, where we're not just observing the world, we're giving you the blueprints to master it. And today, we kick off our most anticipated series yet, a deeper insight into the 48 laws. We're starting with a law that's counterintuitive for many, yet absolutely foundational for anyone aspiring to build influence and truly get ahead. Law number 1, never outshine the master. Now, before you think this is about playing small or dimming your light, let me tell you, it's the exact opposite. This law is about strategic brilliance. It's about wielding power with the precision of a master craftsman. By the end of this video, you'll uncover why true power lies in perception, how to elevate yourself without triggering professional sabotage, and why understanding human ego is your ultimate tactical advantage in any hierarchical setting, from the corporate ladder to creative collaborations. The core principle of Law 1 is simple yet often ignored. Individuals in positions of power, your bosses, mentors, even key clients, are incredibly sensitive about their authority, their competence, and their perceived indispensability. They want to feel secure, superior, and still the most important figure in the room. When you, perhaps unintentionally, project brilliance that makes them feel less or threatens their status, you're not just impressing, you're triggering a primal fear. A fear of being overshadowed, replaced, or deemed irrelevant. And that fear, my friends, can turn an ally into an adversary. It's about recognizing that power is often more about how you make others feel about themselves, especially those above you. To truly grasp the gravity of this, let's travel back in time to 17th century France and witness a spectacular act of self-sabotage, the dramatic downfall of Nicolas Fouquet. Nicolas Fouquet was the superintendent of finance under the young, ambitious King Louis XIV of France in the mid-1600s. Fouquet was a man of immense capability, charm, and staggering wealth. He was so efficient, in fact, that he accumulated a fortune that rivaled the crown's. In August of 1661, eager to secure his standing and perhaps demonstrate his loyalty, Fouquet made a monumental mistake. He invited King Louis XIV to a lavish fete at his newly completed chateau, Vaux-le-Vicomte. This wasn't just any party. It was an unparalleled display of opulence and artistic genius. The chateau itself was a marvel. The gardens designed by André Le Nôtre, the food by Vatel, and the fireworks displayed by Molière, everything was orchestrated to be the most magnificent spectacle of the age. As Louis XIV toured the grounds, a creeping resentment began to brew. How could a mere servant possess such dazzling wealth and taste, surpassing even the king's own perceived grandeur? Fouquet's brilliance, instead of impressing, humiliated the young monarch. Louis XIV saw Fouquet's splendor not as loyalty, but as a direct, undeniable challenge to his absolute authority. Within weeks, Fouquet was arrested on charges of embezzlement, charges likely exaggerated or manufactured. His fortune was seized, and he spent the remaining 2 decades of his life rotting in a solitary prison cell. His dazzling light had, quite literally, blinded and infuriated his master. This wasn't just a historical anecdote. It's a chilling demonstration of a universal law. Fouquet possessed talent, but he lacked the critical social intelligence to manage perception. He failed to understand that power isn't just about what you achieve, but how you present it relative to those above you, and how it makes them feel about their own position. Now, let's unpack the deeper insights into Law 1. Because as I said, this is not about playing small. In fact, a truly effective master wants competent subordinates. The mastery lies in the subtlety of your brilliance. First, the art of strategic attribution. If you're brilliant, you will generate great ideas and achieve significant wins. The key is how you frame them. Always ensure your master receives or feels they receive credit for your successes. Frame your breakthrough as a logical extension of their vision, their initial guidance, or the resources they provided. This reinforces their value, making your win a win for them too. It's not about stealing. It's about sharing power so that your light reflects onto theirs, making them shine brighter in the process. Second, never visibly flaunt intellectual superiority, especially in public. You might be the smartest person in the room on a specific topic, but avoid making your master feel intellectually inferior or technologically behind. If they ask a question you know the answer to, don't just blurt it out. Perhaps say, That's a great question, master's name. Based on X and Y, my research suggests Z. What are your thoughts on that? This shows respect for their position and invites their wisdom, rather than highlighting their deficiency. Third, recognize the spectrum of masters. Not all masters are the same. Some are insecure, easily threatened by competence. Others are truly secure leaders who genuinely appreciate and even champion their brilliant team members. Your ability to observe, adapt, and tailor your approach is crucial. This law is about being a chameleon of competence, understanding when to subtly elevate yourself and when to reflect the light back onto the source. For those of us on the mastery effect journey, this isn't about manipulation. It's about developing the nuanced social intelligence needed to navigate complex professional landscapes and build sustainable influence, ensuring your long-term access to opportunities, rather than a quick, self-destructive flash in the pan. So, how does this ancient law translate into today's fast-paced, interconnected world? Let's imagine a common, relatable scenario that could play out in any modern office. Meet Chloe, a highly skilled data analyst who recently joined a new team. Her manager, David, has been with the company for years and built the team's existing data infrastructure, which is solid but a bit outdated compared to Chloe's cutting-edge knowledge. Chloe discovers a new software solution that could automate 80% of the team's manual reporting, saving hundreds of hours. This is a huge win, and she's eager to implement it. Her initial instinct? To immediately draft a detailed proposal outlining the inefficiencies of the old system and showcasing her new solution's superior performance, making it clear how much she is bringing to the table. But then Chloe remembers Law 1. She realizes that such a direct approach, while technically accurate, could inadvertently make David feel his long-standing work is being devalued, or that his lack of knowledge about the new tech makes him appear obsolete. Instead, Chloe takes a different approach. She approaches David privately, not with a full proposal, but with a question. David, I've been looking at our reporting process, and I noticed we spend a lot of time on X. Given your deep understanding of our existing data needs, do you think there's value in exploring tools that could automate some of that, freeing us up for more strategic analysis? David, feeling consulted and respected, agrees. Chloe then proposes a small pilot project framed as testing a solution to build on David's existing robust data foundation, inviting him to be part of the evaluation. When the pilot proves successful, Chloe ensures David presents the findings to upper management, giving him primary credit for championing innovation within his team. By doing this, Chloe ensures David feels respected, supported, and even empowered as the team's forward-thinking leader. He, in turn, becomes her strongest advocate, ensuring her ideas get traction and her career progresses. Had Chloe simply highlighted her own superior knowledge, David might have felt threatened, subtly undermined her project, or even claimed her idea as his own once he understood it. This law is incredibly relevant today, from your personal branding on LinkedIn, where subtle boasts can backfire, to how you contribute in virtual meetings. It's about being effective, but also being perceived as a team player who understands hierarchical respect and contributes to the overall success of the master. Now for the actionable steps you can implement today to master Law 1 in your own life and truly get ahead. 1. Attribute upwards generously. When you achieve something great, verbally credit your superior or mentor for their initial guidance, the opportunity they provided, or their strategic direction. Make their vision part of your success story. 2. Offer solutions, not superiority. If you have a better way, present it not as a replacement for their idea, but as an evolution or a complementary approach. Use phrases like, "What if we also considered X?" building on what you've already established. 3. Seek their counsel. Regularly ask your master for their opinion or guidance on a project, even if you think you know the answer. This validates their experience, acknowledges their authority, and makes them feel valued and invested in your work. Remember, this isn't about being disingenuous or sacrificing your talent. It's about profound social intelligence and strategic influence. By internalizing Law 1, you learn to navigate power dynamics with grace, ensuring your talents are not only recognized, but actively championed by those who hold the keys to your elevation. This disciplined approach is a cornerstone of true personal and professional advancement, and exactly what we strive for here at the Mastery Effect. Law number 1, never outshine the master, is a timeless and essential principle for anyone committed to mastering their journey. It's a reminder that perception is reality, and true power lies in understanding how to make others feel secure, even as you rise. Mastering this law empowers you to navigate complex hierarchies, build invaluable alliances, and achieve your goals without inadvertently creating powerful enemies. And speaking of crucial insights, our next video will delve into an equally compelling and often misunderstood principle. Law number 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Get ready for another deep dive into the unexpected truths of human relationships and strategic foresight. If this deeper insight resonated with you, show us by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the Mastery Effect for more transformative strategies to propel you forward, and make sure you ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next powerful discussion. Until then, keep mastering your journey.